Hello everyone. Oh my gosh, the energies are really crazy, so my guides were pushing me to really hop on. I didn't record update for a long time. Well, I did, but I didn't post it because we are shifting so fast that I would love to do live, but because I've got a dog which constantly barks on the neighbors and kids and birds, and you would listen 20 minutes bark otherwise. So I can't. It's better if I do it this way. So I will try to edit it faster. So I will do less editing, so I can post it the day I record it. So the energies are really crazy right now. We scaled up for sure with quantum jump. You know, you might notice that you are somewhere else energetically. If you purged a lot, if you did a lot of work on yourself, you will definitely feel that you scaled up. On the other hand, if you are newly awakened, I got a couple of actually people reaching out to me who are completely new awakened starseeds, which is beautiful that I actually could help them a little bit to make a sense out of the ascension. I'm feeling really pushed by my guides to start doing my work, but I still struggle to balance things out as a parent and artist and still purging myself, you know, like physically it's a bit challenging for me because I'm a conduit. So I receive constantly through the channel and I feel the energies of the collective. It's still tricky to distinguish between what I'm picking up, what is mine and what is not mine. I often picking up as well someone else's pain, which is not very comfortable because I notice it's not my pain, that it's, let's say, someone else's pain, my friend or another spiritual teachers I know and I'm connected to a lot, like emotionally and like from more like from the heart, like, you know, like the people who you really hold in your heart, those people who you love, then you might be really picking things up. So you can always have a look on yourself if that pain is yours or if it's not yours, if that emotion is yours, or if it's just something what is running in the collectively. So just that you know that you don't have to stress out and try to release it and alchemize it and just like flush it out. You can ask your guides to flush it all out from you. That's what I usually do. Well, anyway, so the energies are really crazy right now. It's a massive cocktail. There is huge anxiety, massive anxiety going on, and depression, frustration, you know, loneliness. Consider like we are on the Larry works. We are on the lockdown for quite some time, and there is a lot going on in the political system, in the economical system, you know, you name it, on the world in general. And there is a lot of censorships, a lot of manipulation, a lot of dirt is gonna be exposed. The stock market is collapsing. There is a load of stuff, so there is massive uncertainty, and I would call it like a collective depression. So whatever like kind of belongs to the depression, like that could be anxiety, mostly. You'll be feeling a lot on the heart, on like on the chest. I would say, yeah, I feel it on the chest and on the breath. So, yeah, it's not easy. We still purging, but I got a couple of visions for us. There is not much really going on. We constantly gonna be purging until we purge it all out, but there is this feeling of something massive is gonna happen, something like something is gonna pop, you know, and we just got flooded out, something like that. There is this massive tension. It's like this, it's not even quiet, it's like this it's just horrible feeling. I don't like the energy. We have as well a load of magic going on the other hand, which is amazing. At least I have a lot of magic going on for sure. So, but what is the collective, the overall energy out there is not very funny. Like, you know, like even though you might feel, yeah, say, oh yeah, we are ascending and all these like positive love and all the stuff, yeah, but there is still a shadow going with it, and that shadow is massive right now. Even though we are still holding the light, and we will eventually, the light always wins, no matter how small it is, you know, in the darkness. So we still doing it, and it's actually already done. That timeline is already there. We already shifted, we already ascended. That timeline already exists, so we just have to hold it. Now we are really entering I would say, one of the most difficult time of all the times. Stock market is gonna collapse. You know, it already started to leak out all the dirt and all the manipulation, all the corruption. That's why I don't do live. Okay, so the vision number 1 I got today for the update is I've been shown a newly organized kitchen, which is really positive. So I saw a really cool, like a really newly organized kitchen, and the kitchen is actually it's a sign of like a spiritual development, and it's a sign of a change and transformation. And this is as per your wishes and desires, not by a chance or force, which is amazing, because practically what we are asked here is to get clear on what we want and where we want to go, and not losing the focus. Because I think right now the energies are such that we are really losing our focus. We are being pulled into these dramas, like of our mind. I always had a busy mind, and like that's why I actually years ago started to meditate, because I could not stand my mind. I couldn't stand that negative chatter inside. So that's why I started to meditate, and then, like, you know, my journey continued. But what you might notice now is that we are being pulled somehow into these like old kind of dramas we were running in our heads, or uncertainty, or depression, or anxiety, or fear, or you name it. This is the most, I would say this is the strongest energy out there, is depression, actually. Like the Great Depression, because the stock market is collapsing. So what you will feel right now is load of stuff, pains, certain ailments, stomach ache, headaches, because we are being constantly upgraded by the 5D gamma light in these like tiny small doses. So we are constantly being pushed to release everything what does not serve us. I don't know how long we're gonna, like some of us probably, I think this would be very individual. It's gonna be, for some of us it's gonna be faster, for some of us it's gonna be slower. It depends how much baggage we carry, how much subconscious programming we have, and how much work we did on ourselves during the last year, and as well these days, like we constantly purge. So more you meditate and more you surrender into the process, and more you stop resisting that it's there, whatever it is, then faster you shift. You know, you don't have to constantly dissect yourself. I do a lot of shadow work, you know, like now I'm calling shadow work. Before I call it reflection, but now it's a shadow work for me because it's very deep stuff. So it was one thing we gonna shift, you know, we are preparing for that. It's gonna be big, and it's gonna be around autumn, because the second vision I got was, I'm getting this vision for a long time, and it's like this path in the autumn kind of setting, the woods and the autumn leaves and all the colors. So I would say around that time, like a September, that's probably gonna happen a lot of good for us. But we have to really keep consciously manifesting. I think this is one of the biggest key right now. I am constantly checking on myself, what I'm thinking, why I'm thinking it, shifting from that negative to the positive. I keep doing it. I don't have much time to really sit down and, like, let's say, script or manifest something big, but I'm working on it. I did it before. I usually, the way I manifest certain things into my life is using a mind movie. I collect images of, let's say you want to manifest a house or a new place, I don't know, by the sea, or you want to move. So I go on Pinterest and I collect tons of images which having like certain emotional feel to it, and I put them all together in a movie and I put a music behind it, and then I run it the first thing in the morning and the last thing before I go sleep. This is how I manifest. This is how I manifested a lot of things in my life. But I studied like how it works on an energetic level, because you have to vibrate. But when you're looking on that movie, you have to vibrate. This is how you manifest. This is, let's say I grew up in luck. I grew up in communism. So right now I can clearly see what is US going through. It's crazy. It's like going to this communistic regime. It's just so horrible to looking on it, honestly. But you know, it is what it is. It has to play out. I am not judging it. I'm just saying. I can recognize it. I can see that consciousness. It's very clear to me because I grew up. I'm prepared. That's why I chose to incarnate in Czech Republic, to experience the regime, that I will be able now to recognize the manipulation, to see the censorship, to see everything what is going on. Like I can see it really clearly. I don't need to watch much news because it's kind of obvious. I grew up in it. We were under communism 48 years as a country. So it's on the lineage, it's in my lineage. So for me, let's say being abundant and being rich, it's almost, it's very challenging to imagine it because I don't know how it feels like. Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm poor, but we always were poor before, you know, all my parents and things, and that it's just that the information genetically it's not there. So in order to manifest, let's say, I don't know, $1 million or €1 million on your account, you have to use a hypnosis. You have to reprogram your mind. You sort of have to get that missing information which had just not there from your parents or from the lineage of your family. You have to get it in there, and the only way I know how to get it in there is the hypnosis. So I'm using hypnosis as well with the mind movie. So this way I am preparing myself for a long time already. I'm doing this for 1.5 years. I didn't manifest yet what I want to manifest because it's big. And yeah, it's huge, and I cannot wait to be there. But I am just having it uploaded into my structure in around 85% right now, 87. So it has to be uploaded 100% and it pops into your reality. So right now, to arrive to that change in autumn, we have to release the drama. That's why is it showing up as well for you. Whatever is showing up for you, you should definitely check on as well how it goes together with what you're trying to manifest, because I purged a lot based on this, based on the manifestation I'm trying to manifest, and it's still not showing up. I discovered a lot of things, a lot of baggages and a lot of subconscious programming I have done by society and my parents and the lineage and the missing piece of, let's say, leadership. There is no leaders in my family. So I am chicken. It's not that I don't have a confidence or self-esteem problems. It is clear that it's just this information. It's not in my DNA. It's not in my structure. So I have to upload it in it somehow. I still didn't find out how, but I actually realized that this kind of leadership stuff, it's not really in there, and I have the tendency to playing small. So, and being like unseen and just going, unnoticed, and I don't really would like to be involved in all this ascension process or like the shifting, the collective. I'm more like doing the work inside or like here, but my guides are kicking my butt. You be having these ups and downs, and you be feeling being stretched between two worlds. It is very tricky. There is a lot of people who are newly awake. There is a lot of people who see the manipulation, and there will be a lot of people who will be exposed to certain situation that it will make so much like a no sense to them that it will wake them up. So we are going through a massive stuff right now, and I think it will continue this year. And we, as a Wayshower starseeds, light workers, we have to stay in the midst of it and trying to navigate into our best, and like giving the hand to the others and explaining them what's going on. I am already doing it in a private messages, like people comes to me, ask me certain things just based on some like a stuff, or they comment on my post on the Instagram, so I am answering these things. It's I can see the progress. The ascension is massive, so that's going on. This is one thing. The other thing, I was being shown this black stone. It looked a little bit like a heart, but it was really black stone, kind of like a glass, like with red dots. And the red dots were like, it was really, it was not random. It was in these lines. So it looked a little bit like electrodes. And I was thinking, what was that? And it was when I was looking on the meaning of the black stone. The black stone usually means that we are entering the time of a lot of work and difficulties. And as well, don't forget that the 5G is on, and let's say we have it here in the town, and it's enormous. Like, I have to say, energetically, it's no fun. And I was visiting yesterday. I went to the farm. I had this like urge to go to see one of my friend who has a farm in here. He has a polytunnel, and he grows his vegetables. So I went to see him because last year I was getting some fresh fruit and, organically grown from a person. He's very interesting. He's got this, he always surprises me with all these insights he has about vegetable and about the land, and he is definitely awakened without even knowing he is awakened, which is amazing. So we have always these multidimensional conversations. It seems to me that we are always, both of us, testing each other where we at because the topics are kind of funny, like for the regular humans, but you always attract those people who you can speak with. So that was very interesting. I was there yesterday, and his bees, all his beehives died. The bees died because of the 5G. It was time because it was just there staring at me. They as well chopped the trees, which was like a barrier between the 5G tower and his land. As I was like weeding there in the glass house, and I was thinking, what the heck are we gonna do about it? Because that is gonna be in the vegetable, that's gonna be in the land. So I was researching today, doing all the black tourmaline and like looking on all the stones, the black stones, and then as well it kept to my mind that I had this vision about that black stone of the like that we are entering a time of the great lot of work and great difficulties, and I was thinking there might be as well a second meaning to it, that we should definitely try to protect ourselves from all these kind of energies that are gonna be there. If you notice that most of the protective black stones which are online for sale are sold. It's very difficult to actually find all the protective stones out there. So I would suggest that you might get some if you can get some. I found it massive difference having I've got this one in here, I think it's a hematite, isn't it? And I've got the usual stuff, just for catching up the radiation from all the mobile phone stuff. But there is more of that, so I will look on it, because I noticed the difference when I brought these stones into my energy field. It made a huge difference actually. As the same with amethyst or amethyst, I don't know how you pronounce it in English. That as well made an enormous difference for me with the form, like how I receive the messages. Very calming. I really like it. So I've got as well like a bracelet, and I got some necklaces and things like that. So I was thinking to actually make few, because I did a massive research on it for a couple of days, what to put with what for a personal power. Like I was looking on how to combine the crystals together to create certain just a simple one like that for the protection right now from all the 5G and from all these radiation stuff, because I feel it. I personally feel it a lot. So yes, so this is two kind of messages that came in, is that we are gonna be transforming, and we gonna go there where we want to go, but we have to make sure that we don't lose the focus on where we want to go, that we are not being pulled down into drama. We have to release all our drama. We have to just drop it and stop engaging with all the, we have to really know that there is just now, and that we are protected and guided, and the universe has our back, and then we are always moving forward, even though it doesn't look like sometimes. We always moving forward. So that's two things that they came in. Oh yeah, then there was we are in the process of a grief. That's a massive one. Yeah, I saw a black dog sleeping. That could have a lot of meaning, but that message from my guides with the sleeping dog was we are in a purification process. So, and grief, and there is loneliness and separation. That's what a dog kind of could represent as well. And dog is symbolic messenger. Oh yes, I saw 1616. It's a symbolic messenger between the top side of the world and the shadow world of the psyche. It can be seen as an aspect of yourself yet to be discovered. There is a lot of meaning in a black dog sleeping, but in this case, it's that we are going through the grief process. So we are in a purification phase. Again, we're always in a purification phase. It seems to me all the ascension is a purification phase practically. But right now it's really strange. The energy is really strange. It's like this hopelessness and loneliness. The loneliness is always there, but in this time it's really massive. Loneliness. And then I saw, I can show you. I still don't know what it means. It looks very Native American. It's like ascending. And there is a 5 lines. It could be a 5D, 5 levels. But hard to say. I'm still I usually sit with with these messages for quite some time, because I am getting them so much and so often that it's very difficult for me to putting it all together in the same time and fast out. So I have to start doing short one, 20 minutes, so I can edit it faster and just put it every day, or just at least 3 times a week for us. So this is it, guys. This is the start of the March. We're shifting like crazy. Oh yeah, a few more messages that are coming in now. Rest and hydrate. Self-care is gonna be massive. So yeah, guys, so pay attention what is showing up for you. It will be related to attachments, to the 3D matrix, whatever it is for you, and as well to whatever dissatisfaction with life in general you have right now is gonna showing up for you. That's kind of the major themes, you know, worries and like dissatisfaction with where you at, because we need to trust. We are really pushed. I am pushed extremely to surrender into greater plan, and it's not easy. So if you're a parent, I bow to you, okay guys? It's not easy between the laundry, doing all the work. Anyway, I love you so much. Be good. Get some crystals, and I hope I gonna find some time to make some for the store. If you want a personal reading, or you need to shift and you want me to help you with certain things, you know where to find me, okay? I leave the links down below. Stay good, guys. I hope I'm gonna see you soon.